Hi everybody, welcome back to Row Country. Today we're making these Dollar Tree Farmhouse Fall Pumpkins, a set of 3. So you're going to need 3 of these carvable pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I also picked up this wall cling that says grateful, thankful, and blessed. You'll need some white Waverly chalk paint. The Mod Podge is optional. And you'll need some foam paint brushes to apply that, some scissors. I also picked up the orange and the burlap leaves. The burlap ones came from Walmart, the orange from the Dollar Tree. And it goes well with this fall ribbon that also came from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use that white and orange chevron along with some twine. You're also going to need your glue gun. And finally, go out in the yard and grab yourself a stick. You'll need 3 of them, but one long one broken into 3 pieces will do just fine. Okay, everybody, let's get started. Now, as you can see, I have already painted my pumpkins in the Waverly white chalk paint, and then I used the wall clings and attached them to the fronts of the pumpkins. They turned out pretty cute, and it was really super easy to do. So the first thing that we want to do is remove that little green stem from the middle of the pumpkin. Now I'll tell you, this one in particular was glued down really well, so it's going to depend on how well yours is glued, on how easy that comes out for you. And so now we have an original hole left in the top of the pumpkin, and we are going to place inside of that a broken off piece of this stick that I did find in my yard. Now, what I'm trying to determine at this point is how long of a stick piece that I need. I do want mine to be a little taller and not quite as squatty. I guess that's a word, squatty? I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off camera, and I'm going to break it where I think it will be the right size and then bring it back. Now, we need to get a hole larger in the top, and instead of taking a straight edge or something and trying to cut around, I just simply take my scissors and insert it into the hole and turn it. These pumpkins are easily maneuvered, I guess, with the scissors. You can kind of open and close them while they're in the hole to maybe make the hole larger. But my stick was able to fit right in. And don't worry about the orange on the top. That's going to be taken care of. You're not even going to see it. So I think that turned out pretty well. I'm very happy with how that is. Of course, we do want to be sure that it never comes back out, so we are going to use our glue gun, and we're going to use some hot glue and just sort of fill in any gaps in between the stick and the pumpkin itself. Of course, we're going to go around and just make sure that it stays in place, and then we're going to go ahead and let that set up. Now, I picked up these burlap leaves for this specific project that I'm doing. I really feel like that burlap screams farmhouse and farmhouse decor, and I just really love the wire on the back. But what I need to do is kind of take that wire and remove it about halfway up, and you'll see why in just a moment. I also love these orange, but they're too big for the leaf size that I really need for these pumpkins. So I took one of these little leaves that I had in a pack of like 50 from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the entire wire from the back of this and then use that orange burlap, and I'm going to use that little leaf as a template, and I'm going to go ahead and cut around that in order to make myself some new leaves. And so now that I have 3 new orange smaller leaves, I'm going to take the wire that I took off the larger leaf in orange, and I'm going to hot glue that back to the back of each of these 3 leaves. Once I have my orange leaves reassembled, I'm going to bring in one of the burlap leaf and then one of the orange leaf, and I'm going to set them in the pumpkin opposite each other. So the stem or that wire on the burlap leaf will be inserted into the pumpkin next to the stem, and then I'll do the same with the orange, but it will be opposite from the burlap color. Now, as you insert these, you want to push it down almost all the way, but you need to leave a little bit of the wire sticking up on both leaves. So on the burlap leaf and also on the orange, you want to insert it down as far as you can, but try to leave a little bit of the wire not completely inserted. And if you have to cut the wire off to make the leaf fit, you can totally do that too. And so now we are going to start to wrap the stick in twine. And that's why we left some of the wire exposed, because we're actually going to wrap around the stick and the wire to kind of make everything one unison piece. We will start in the back, we'll put a dab of hot glue, and you will wrap around and capture the wire for about 3 or 4 wraps as you go. Now that you've been able to wrap around the stem and the wire, you can now continue to wrap, but you'll come up in between the 2 leaves in the back, and then you'll continue to wrap all the way, almost all the way up the stem. I apologize for not getting that on camera, but I didn't go all the way to the top. I just went between the 2 leaves and continued wrapping until I felt like that was a great place to stop. At this point, we're going to bring in some of that chevron ribbon. What I did was make a loop, cut it in half, and used both pieces, wrapped it around, and then I go ahead and trim it off where I think it's going to be the best length. And then I do that cute little dovetail. So I fold the ends of the ribbon and cut at a diagonal to make that cute little dovetail finish. Now, even with just the burlap leaf, I don't feel like it's, farmhouse enough for me. So of course I got to pull in my twine. I got to go extra on this, guys. So I just pull off, I don't know, a few rounds of twine. Didn't really measure anything out, but I sort of double it over and get myself a nice more thick piece, I guess is the best way to describe it. And then I start to wrap that around the stick as well, and go ahead and tie it off in a knot. I don't do really any bow on this at all. I just feel like the ribbon and the twine are the perfect complement to this without needing the extra bow at all. And so this is how it ends up turning out. You take the burlap leaf and kind of stand it up in the back, and then you have the offset of the orange. I really wanted to try orange in my decor this year, and I think it's turning out to be a great addition to my fall decor. Here's a look at Grateful on its own as well. As you can see, the stem is larger, the twine is about halfway up, so you stop where you think you want to. And here's an overview of all three. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel today and checking out my video. I'm so blessed, so thankful, and very, very grateful to have you all here. Please do me a favor and give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can check out more DIYs in the upcoming future. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!